I'm Jeannie Bimiza. My reflection about this chapter 10 system architecture. The chapter summary. An information system combines hardware, software, data procedures, and people into a system architecture. The architecture translates the system logical design into a physical structure that includes hardware, software, and processing method. The software consists of application program, also called application, that handle the input, manage the processing logic, and provide the required output. An architecture requires servers and client server or computer that supply data processing services or other support to one or more computer called client. And mainframe architecture, the server perform all processing and terminals communicate with the centralized system. Client can be connected in this distributed system to form local area network or LAN or wide area network or WANs. A typical LAN design involved file server design, where the client required a copy of data file and the server responds by transmitting the entire file to the client. Client-server architecture divide processing between one or more client and a central server. In a typical client or server system, the client handles the entire user interface, including data entry, data query, and screen presentation logic. Client-server design can be two-tier or three-tier, also called N-tier. In a two-tier design, the user interface resides on the client, all data reside on the server, and application logic can run either on the server or on the client, or be developed between client and the server. In three-tier design, the user interface runs on the client and the data is stored on the server. Just as with a two-tier design. A three-tier design is also a middle layer between the client and the server that processes the client requests and translate them into data access command that can be understood and carried out by the server. The middle layer is called an application server because it provides application logic, the middle or business logic. Middleware is software that connect dissimilar applications and enable them to communicate and pass data. The primary processing method are only and batch processing user interface directly with online system that continuously process their transaction when and where they occur and continuously update files and database. The network allows the sharing of hardware, software, and data resources in order to reduce expenses and provide more capability to users. The network represented by a seven-layer logical model called OSI, Open System Interconnection Model. Various OSI layers handle specific function as data flow down from the sending computer and up into the receiving computer. The system design specification presents the complete system design for information system and is the basic for representation that complete the system design phase. Following the presentation, the project either processors to the system development phase requires additional system design work or it's terminated.